Hi, I'm Diane, and I have a very important question for you today. What kind of test taker are you? Are you like the green guy, all hairy, scary, and crazy, where when you take a test, you feel a pit in the middle of your stomach, sweaty palms, like you can't breathe? Or are you like the pink guy, all cool, calm, and collected? Or maybe you're more like if the green guy and the pink guy got married and they had a purple guy, you'd be somewhere in between. So whether you're the green guy, the pink guy, or some other color that we haven't mentioned, I'd love to know what type of test taker you are, because I'm the CEO and founder of Innovative Teaching Solutions. We help nursing students take and pass their NCLEX on their first attempt. In fact, as a result of training with us, 99% of nursing students will pass the NCLEX on their first attempt. We offer hope, reduction of stress and anxiety, and a drastic improvement in test scores. We do this by teaching a set of test-taking strategies and review of body systems to help students break down those questions that you have no clue about and get the right answer. In fact, we even help students improve their test scores by 400 points in a mere 3 days' time. I helped a student a couple of weeks ago improve from making a 56 to an 80 within a day and a half. I'm looking to work with individuals who want to see the fruition of their dreams coming true, who want to have a reduction in their stress and anxiety level, and who want to pass the NCLEX on their first time. Who do you know? Those are the individuals I am looking for. Our company has been very, very successful in this realm. In fact, we've experienced a 99% pass rate for the past 10 years. That is phenomenal in terms of passing the NCLEX. We've worked with hundreds of students from around the country, and we're seeking to work with more. But I want to tell you, it wasn't always this easy. Not that it's easy, but it wasn't always this way. Growing up, in fact, I was the academic queen. I always struggled with rejection, and while other girls had the value of being told that they were beautiful, my best friends were winning beauty pageants, my sister was riding the beauty float in the parade, I was the one creating the beauty float and making the things to go on it. I have a very compassionate and creative heart. I was never told I was beautiful growing up. One man, when I was 14, told me I was the prettiest girl in my sister's wedding, and I hung on to that for years. Because for me as a woman, I wanted to feel beautiful, and I didn't. I made up for that in my academic excellence. While my friends were winning beauty pageants, I was winning geometry and physics pageants. No, they didn't have pageants. But I was labeled gifted, I was taking college courses, while other students were struggling to get through high school. In fact, they were the students that were borrowing my chemistry homework, the very students who were winning the beauty pageants. I may not have been labeled as a beauty queen growing up. I was labeled as an academic queen. And that led me to what I'm doing today, to be able to offer hope, reduction of anxiety and stress, and drastically improved test scores. How ironic that I should teach this, though, because after being the academic excellence queen throughout high school and beginning on into college, I got into my major of nursing, the very thing I'd wanted to be since I was 5 years old. My mom gave me a Nancy Plays Nurse book when I was a kid, and I played nurse, and I knew just from an early age that God wanted me to use my compassion to become a nurse. I got into my major, and it was eating my lunch. I'm not kidding. Cardiac nursing in particular is where I flunked out of nursing school. I had 3 tests left to take, and I would need to either drop out of my major or be flunked out, and I wasn't going to let that happen. I didn't want to ruin my GPA and lose my scholarship for the future. In fact, my mama told me I better not lose my scholarship and ruin my GPA. I remember making a very tough decision to withdraw from the nursing program. I'll never forget that day, walking out of those glass doors, looking across the campus at a pond across the way. And back in that time, I didn't know how to swim. And I thought the only thing that I would like to do at that moment was to walk into that pond and just sink to the bottom. That is how humiliated I felt by having to withdraw from the thing I felt God had called me to do. I went home dejected and in such despair, I didn't want to tell anyone that I had failed. In fact, it has taken me all these years to tell people my story of how I failed. I've shared it with a few people here and there, but it's hard to tell people what a failure I was in the very thing I felt God wanted me to become. I spent a few weeks being depressed, thinking, well, maybe I'll become an elementary school teacher. Maybe I'll become this. Maybe I'll become that. Finally, I pulled myself up by the bootstraps and said, no way. God called me to become a nurse, and that's what I'm going to do. I took some more prerequisites the next semester, and I made a 4.0 just to prove that I could do it. I got into a more advanced nursing school with a higher degree, or where I would earn a higher degree, and I did graduate. I struggled the whole way. I'm not kidding you. Nothing was easy. Nursing school was very, very tough for me. I struggled through it. I made it. I graduated, began my job. Fast forward a few years, I became, guess what? God does have a sense of humor. I became a cardiac nurse, no less. It was one of the things I was the best at and loved the most in my nursing career was cardiac nursing. The very thing that ate my lunch and almost ended my chances of ever becoming a nurse. I always wanted to teach, so of course I became an instructor, and fast forward that, many years later, became an instructor helping students pass the NCLEX. Because of my failures, that is why I now succeed. I am so driven to help your students, or if you are a student, to help you succeed. I have a passion and a fire inside me to help you because I have sat where you are sitting today. I have felt the stress. I have felt the anxiety. I have felt the green guy creeping up during a test. Trust me, I was not this calm, collected pink girl. I was the green guy all the way around. And anxiety, I know, is the number one reason that people don't pass their NCLEX. The number one reason that keeps people from seeing their dreams come true is anxiety. So I want to offer hope to you. I want to offer reduction of anxiety. I want to offer a drastically improved test score, but mainly I want to help you see your dreams come to realization because I know what it meant for me. I want to see the same for you. I hope that we can work together in the future. Thank you. I love you. God bless.